This is where I actually plan to retire one day. There's a school right there. You would give concerts right there on the roof of that school building for free for all the people at Thompson Station here. Hey there, fellers. It's Tony here. Perfect day for a ride with KTM 990 RCR. I've done a review on this bike. I don't think that I've really had it out for a true ride on a video yet. So we're going to do that, and we're going to stop by and see some of the sites and some of the things that Thompson Station, Tennessee has in store. We'll also be going to a little place called Leapers Fork, and we've got some details in those areas and some hot spots. Thompson Station Road is a nice little twisty road. You don't really want to go fast through here. It's a pretty quiet community. They actually voted out any businesses or anything coming into this homesteading area. Some of your well-known country music singers actually live through this area, and we're getting ready to come up to one right now. Not only are they hot in country music, but also in pop music. This is only probably a football field 100 yards from where my wife actually grew up in Thompson Station, and we're coming up to the gate right now. This is the gate of Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus, where Miley had her childhood and where Billy Ray actually lives today. My wife actually ran into his gate when she was 16 years old. And a story on my wife. You know, Billy Ray used to be a lot different than he is now. I don't know if fame and fortune, people really don't change. It just, you know, fame and fortune or money can bring out whatever's already in somebody to begin with. But you know, when my wife was 6 years old, she actually had a traumatic brain injury. She fell off of her horse and hit her head, and went into a coma for a month. You know, they didn't know if she was going to live or not. And Billy Ray actually came to the hospital there while she was in the hospital, and he would play solos for her. So, you know, that's really something. You know, but my wife tried to contact Billy Ray. He actually left for a long time. He came back to the house, you know, where his house here, and she tried to contact him, and it's like he didn't even remember who she was. So, you know, I don't know what's going on there, but it's kind of sad, you know, to go from one point all the way to another. There's a little school up here on the right, I believe, and he actually bought that old school, and he had concerts on the roof of the school. And I can't remember where that little school's at, but it seems like it's right through here somewhere. We got two adjoining driveways, and I think I can just do a big U-ey right here. I don't think anybody's going to mind. This is where I actually plan to retire one day. There's a school right there. You would give concerts right there on the roof of that school building for free for all the people of Thompson Station here. You know, all these country music singers and you know, other artists and what have you, they you know, they're listed their home as Nashville, you know, but actually this little area right here and the surrounding areas is where all of them live. there's that entranceway again, and she T-boned that thing hard. Now their properties join at the creek back here. My wife's parents' property and Billy Ray's property adjoin. He actually used to come over, and my wife's parents have a game room in their used to have a game room in their basement when the kids were young, and they had ping pong and what have you, and Billy Ray would come over and they'd play ping pong. Remember all that grass right there. I really wish they wouldn't have zoned it out. It's not as bad as some places. They mowed that grass up on the road there. Yeah, if you're going to live in this area, you're going to have a little bit of a little cheese in your pocket. They don't give this property away through here at all. At all. I wouldn't doubt if an acre of land, just an acre of flat land out here would be $200,000-300,000. It's so beautiful through here, peaceful. You know, all the, you know, when you think about it, just a couple miles from here, you've got I-65, you got the hustle and bustle of Nashville, just 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes north. And it's just so tame here. I guess you could say tame from people, but, you know, wild away from the people. It's too bad it's so expensive, but I guess that's what keeps it the way it is, you know. Land prices being as high as what they are through here, it just, nobody, you know, they can't come out here and just move whatever they want into here. Like data centers and what have you. This wouldn't be a very profitable place for a data center to come in at all, considering the, you know, how they're having to fight everywhere else. Good old red, white, and blue. Thing I don't like, I don't know if it's the shape of the tank or the seat or what, but man, it really bunches me up. It feels like I'm sitting right on my right testicle every time I get on it, and I can't get away from it. Maybe I can just adjust it around a little bit and settle it in. It's a very patriotic area through here. There's a lot of churches, a lot of Baptist churches, a lot of non-denominational churches through this area. You never know who you're going to see. When you're coming through here, you never know. When I went into back during the 2020 election, Miley had came down to vote, because of course her home state's still Tennessee. So I was walking out of Walmart, and she was walking into Walmart, and nobody bothers anybody around here. You know, you don't have to worry about paparazzi or anything through this area. For whatever reason, they like the almost passed it. House on the hill. Now that is quite a house. A lot of bicyclists through here. You got to watch for the bicyclists. I don't know if I would be quite, I don't know how comfortable I'd be riding a bicycle on these roads. They're so curvy. You know, there's not a lot of traffic, but my goodness, you just don't see anybody till right at the last minute. A lot of houses going up through here. This is, I haven't been through here in the last couple of years, and there's quite a few new houses coming in. Some shacks like that out of nowhere. I guess they really love where they live, because they could get prime money out of their property. Get something a lot newer, but I mean, if they're content and they're happy where they are, that's good. You know, it's kind of out here away from everybody. Beautiful too, very beautiful. And nobody really bothers anybody out here, you know. You gotta watch it. I'm coming through here and I'm doing a pretty good pace, not real fast, pretty good pace, you know, and the scenery just steals you away from the road, and before you know it, you're gonna be on a curve, and if you're not ready, you're gonna fly right to somebody's fence, because there's just so much, there's so much to take in. A lot of beautiful houses, just gorgeous houses. Just makes you wonder, are there really this many, you know, I never thought, are there really this many wealthy people through this area? Is everybody in Nashville live here? Every prominent individual in Nashville live here? Or is all this old money? Look at this old place here. Big ox head. Huh. We've got to stop this little market. I've been in here a few times. It's a neat little market.
3/4 of a mile. Turn left onto Joseph Street. Proceed to the route.
Pretty neat little country store here. Lever's Fork is sort of in the middle of nowhere. You wouldn't know it existed, but man, when you come in here, it's high class. Everywhere you look, high class, big houses, lots of money. And I'm gonna have to move this camera down here because it's wearing my hand out. So we're gonna have to do something different. Lever's Fork Market. It's one of the only little markets they have here in this area. If you don't go anywhere else, you either got to go maybe Franklin or into Spring Hill. But it's a good little stop if you're out here enjoying the back roads for drinks or what have you. get the show back on the road here. Get my vents open, man. It's really, I'm starting to get smoked. Something else, how you go to these little shacks into these big mansions, and then you got a little double wide that's all done up. Downtown Historic District. Pretty neat little, I guess this would be the town square. An old Mayberry police car. They have had the General Lee comes down here and they park it by this police car every so often. Like once a year they had have some kind of Dukes of Hazzard reunion or something. Very patriotic area. If you've noticed, almost every single driveway, every single house I've passed, they've got at least one American flag. Who doesn't want to live here, you know? Very American. You have got to be kidding me on the size of these houses and how many are coming in here. Where are these people coming from? Who thought it would be a good idea to get a black suit? Huge houses. You know, I really wouldn't want anything like that. I'm perfectly fine with my house. You know, there's just too much upkeep, too many taxes. Oh, look at all these flags here. This place here, I heard about this place. Wagyu burgers. They got Wagyu cattle here. They said they got 1,800 American flags along their fence, and they've got a restaurant. I was wanting to stop here, but unfortunately on Mondays the restaurant's closed. But they have got the Wagyu burgers if you want them. I think around 9,000 if you want to buy a whole cow. Scooter. I'm going to have to pull over and pull my my maps out because something's not right. I should be using it on the bike, but I don't know how to use my headset for calls at the same time as using the maps. I can't use I don't know how to link my headset up to the bike and the phone at the same time. It might do it. I don't know. It just every time it connects to the bike, it shuts the phone off. I don't think they can simultaneously connect Bluetooth. And I have no idea where I'm at, so I'm going to have to pull over here in a moment, pull my phone out, and see what's going on. Why my phone is not talking to me. The Harpeth River. a castle. Look at that. Good place to stop. That's wild. Who in the world builds a castle? I suppose these people build a castle. Let's get this right here up. I need to check that battery too. I gotta turn right on Pinewood Road. All right, after being lost for like a stinking hour, I think we're getting ready to hit the beginning of the road. This is going to be the historic Natch Trace. It's quite a long road. I'm only going to get to do a part of it today. We'll have to come back and do more of it another day. But my goodness, I got lost. Look at those rockets over there. Missiles, rockets, whatever they are on that old truck. All right, let's see if we can make it there without getting lost again. That was a little frustrating. I was
Half a mile. Arrive at your next stop.
totally lost.